My name is Sarah Kasule. I work with the province of Uganda. I coordinate the Mothers Union and women activities. I thank God for this workshop because the issue of inclusiveness, inclusion came out so vividly. It is something that we talk about, something we don't take beyond talking. Seems obvious, but then it doesn't happen because actually in the churches it is quite inconvenient for the people, for example, with disabilities to come. So you, somehow, because they are not there, you never think of doing activities that will include them. So as we sat here this week and shared and talked about inclusion, and then the visit to Gentile, the lady with disability, and what CCMP had done with her, it was very eye-opening. So I start thinking, as we do EGO in Uganda with the Mothers Union in the churches and the communities, how inclusive are we, and therefore what can be done to bridge up the gap? I start thinking about where we start with church envisioning, and who do we invite? Who do we invite to come and be envisioned? Is there anybody with disability? Mm-hmm. Do we even care that they've not come or they are not included? Even later on when we do Bible studies within the groups, and the groups are reading the Bible, understanding it, and then wanting to take action and take up initiatives, do these initiatives, who benefits? When you look at the people who are vulnerable and are benefiting, are the people with disabilities included? In many cases, they are not. But even the projects, because the groups come up with projects, and I imagine some of the simple projects that people would do, some of the simple initiatives like building a ramp around the church, so you make sure the people with disabilities can come, identifying somebody who can sign, or actually making an initiative to find a willing and available Christian among the group to go and do sign language, so the people with hearing impairment can also be part of the church. And many other simple things that could be done. Maybe just like in our groups, people come up with the initiative of buying Bibles. When we are thinking buying Bibles, do we even think about buying a Braille Bible so that the people who are blind are also able to read the Bible? So I'm actually thinking CCMP or EGO, being inclusive, especially for people with disabilities, and some of the little simple actions, and maybe later on complex ones that can be done after. And starting at that level of collecting data when we do our baselines at church level, when we gather information in the community as we start. Do we take care? When we say our data, we have so many people who are involved in the community. Some are men. Gender is the issue, but not whether they have any disabilities or not. And even when we are describing our community, we never think about which we want to do now after this sensitization. Where are the people with disabilities in our community? Who are they and where do they live? And therefore, if we want to include them, what can we do? One of the main activities of this workshop was to look at materials. I discovered we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Mm-hmm. There are already organizations which are doing a lot around disability, and so there is an opportunity to share resources. I discovered there is an organization which does inclusive project cycle management, If we can pull that into our ego, and when we are looking at projects and the initiatives people come up with, and look at them through that lens, I'm sure we'll add a lot of value. I also discovered that Kappa has a tool for kind of data collection in terms of the churches. I realize not even as mission department have we managed very well as far as getting data about the churches. So if we can get hold of that tool, not only Mothers Union, not only church, not only ego, but all of us would find that very helpful. And even then, the moment you realize, oh, there are several people with disabilities, then you start asking, but what are we doing about them? And also, getting them involved to find out what they would want to do to support, because some of them have skills, but because they are never included, we also don't even benefit from what they are able to do. And these issues of feeling confident and able to contribute and feeling they are valued, I've learned a lot from here, which I want to continue doing.